against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. We got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Cuse! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards, maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Mateer. It's complete to the right. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Pulls it in. It's Lewis. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to the run. It's up. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Now on the option. Touchdown Sooners! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Back to pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Snagged in the middle. It's Burks. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Smashes ahead. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
Using his feet. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Syracuse. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little warmth out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Coming out with it, it's Cook. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. The give to the tailback. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. We are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah,
and here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You know, you got to be careful when you're throwing against this cornerback on the perimeter of the field because he has unbelievable short area quickness, and he can break on the pass immediately, and you saw it right there on that interception.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. Hard running there. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator because on third down, you throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense thinks you're going to be throwing the football. Instead, you hand it off to your running back, and he shows great vision. He knows where the sticks are, picks up the first down, and this offense, they've got some momentum going now.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Nixon. Touchdown, Orange! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Caught close to the marker, it's Burks. At the 35 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Sooners just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the air, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Now from inside the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop, beg for one, please.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure. Ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's James. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Ross Simmons. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Cuse. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And it's his fourth interception of the night. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give on the inside. Sweet cut there. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Power football with the run. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Sooners send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They boot it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football back.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Second down coming up. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Makes his man. Oh, he's still got more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The sure hands, it's Lewis. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. The screen, and watch out. At the 45 on his way. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Let's go. Got it behind the line. It's up. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Mateer. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. On the ground with the counter. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He's looking to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Ross Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll test the right side. Breaks into the open. He's at the slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's James. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still running at the 40. Wide open on the right. Lowers those pads. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Syracuse.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Caught near the sideline, it's Ott.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sategna. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
25-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Grabbed in the backfield, it's James. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run it.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He's got the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Looking for space. It's Nixon. Got enough for the 1st. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession. To the air, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.